Hey everyone! This time we will dive into the review of a small compact camera with a super zoom lens, Sony HX60. Even though it was introduced back in 2014, I think there are still some people interested in buying it. And especially now when prices on used market are much more appealing than when it was new. I would be very grateful if you subscribe and share this video. Thank you for the support. Let's mention key specs. It has 1/2.3 inch 20 megapixel CMOS sensor, 30x optical zoom lens that's 24 to 720 mm f3.5 to 6.3 aperture, weighs 270 grams. Quality of enclosure is on point considering price and segment. It's entirely made of nicely textured plastic, and thanks to that camera is very light. Its size is also fantastic. Using it was a true relief after using those heavy professional grade DSLRs. Button's movement feels okay, maybe except from the middle button on the front, which is a little too small for me. Dials work without any complaints, metal shutter button feel nice. On the back you will find 3-inch LCD panel, which provide decent quality. It's fixed so you cannot tilt it. Normally I would criticize this a lot, but honestly, giving it a small cheap compact camera, I can live with that. Autofocus is fast and reliable. I didn't have any problems, maybe aside from focusing distance. It's something I have to gripe about, because I like to get very close to that object to shoot macros. With HX60, minimum distance is 5 cm. With, for example, Nikon Coolpix A900, it's 1 cm. Stabilization is on the great level. You can shoot photos handheld at the peak of the focal length range without any problems. Pretty good stabilization applies to the video also. User interface and menu is just like in most Sony cameras. Pretty easy to use and works relatively fast. When it comes to the image quality, you cannot expect it to be something exceptional or anything like in the cameras in the flagship smartphones. Even though Sony has pretty good auto mode, it won't much in HDR department, for example, but like I always tell, it's unfortunately the case of every small sensor bridge camera that I know at the moment. Generally, pictures have nice and alive colors, and sharpness is on par with most small sensor cameras. Dynamic range is okay, but it could be a bit better. Sky gets blown out sometimes, especially when shooting in P, without software multi-exposure magic. Optics quality look good. You will find worst sharpness at the maximum focal length, which is typical for most super zoom cameras. Low light performance tends to be average, like most small sensor bridge cameras. I have to say that I didn't like how auto ISO worked, because it seems like selected values are higher than they could be. It's good for shooting something that moves fast, but cracking ISO higher on camera with sensor this size will get you real downgrade in quality. HX60 offers 1080p up to 60 frames per second video recording. It's actually worth to shoot something, but not to the point that I would be impressed for today's standards. Anyway, I appreciate its very natural color tone and good stabilization. In conclusion, Sony HX60 is nice and lightweight little compact camera with big zoom. I can see it as a good option for cheap travel camera or for someone who's not so picky in terms of picture quality. That said, if you can get it cheap, it will pay off with its versatility and portability for sure. Thank you for watching, write a comment, what do you think about HX60 and rate this video. Until next time.